following training is sponsored by the Neoga Library System. We serve our member libraries in Niagara, Orleans, and Genesee counties. Please visit your local library homepage and use your library card to get access to streaming videos, downloadable music, audiobooks, ebooks, and even more from the comfort of your own home. Thank you. Hello. Great to see everybody again today. I did a video on actually getting larger print books on a Kindle, and I'm holding this up because I have the Kindle app on my phone. And what I was curious about was how to use a different app that our libraries have for free ebooks on a big screen. So what we're going to be looking at for larger print books is actually larger print books on a larger screen, because although these are wonderful and they're handy and they fit in your pocket, you can only get the print so big before it doesn't work very well. So I want to try it on here. And since I had already talked about Kindle books, I wanted to talk about what system you can use right on your computer to actually get books for free from ebooks from the library. So here we are, the typical homepage. This is the Neoga Library System homepage. And what I'm looking for, and what you can look for on your home library, is anything that talks about e-resources, electronic resources, download. This little link is used on a lot of our libraries' websites. Look for that link. So when I click it, now I already did, so let me show you what happens. We come right over to our ebook selection, and there's all kinds of books. We have something like over 10,000 books. There's just a ton of them, and I've talked before in other videos about searching for particular books and sorting through the subjects and things of that nature, so I will try and link those below in the description. What I specifically want to talk about is actually this little link right here, and it says try Libby, our new app for enjoying ebooks and audiobooks. And when I go to the Neoga ebook collection, it prompts me over here to actually sign into my account. So I did that before I started the video. So do sign into your account. All you need is your library card number. You put that in and it brings you right back to this screen. I've never tried Libby on the computer, and this is the live site, so we'll see how this goes. I'm going to click right here. Before I look at any other book or anything else, I want to make sure that I have the app, the reading application, ready. So I'm going to click the link that says Try Libby. This redirects me now to the Libby for Overdrive, the ebook app. And it says, hi, I'm Libby, and it says, get the app today. And I was kind of like, oh, okay, well, that's not really helpful. But right here, I'm going to zoom in on that. Right there, use it in your web browser at libbyapp.com. And you can see when I put my mouse on it, it has, it's a link. So I'm going to click on it. We are going to walk through this step by step live. So I haven't done this before, so let's see how it goes. So the first thing that pops up is a new screen. It's my welcome screen. It says thousands of public libraries offer ebooks for free in Libby. And she says, let me ask a few questions to guide you to your library. The first question, do you have a library card? And I'm going to say, of course, yes. Okay, if you have Libby on another device, you could simply copy your card's access. I do not have Libby on another device. And it says, otherwise, you can look up your library by name or location. Of course, she can try and guess your library. Well, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to click, I'll search for a library. So this is the link. And I'm going to put in Neoga Library System. So, and I get to Neoga L, and I put in the I, Neoga L, and it says Neoga Library System, and then it's got all the 22 branches, and this, of course, is the match. So I don't see it changing, into a hand or anything, but I'm going to click on this red patch and see what happens. And that was a button. So I clicked it and it selected it. And I see our Neoga Library System logo up at the top. As I look, I see it very nice. It's got a few pictures on here, different guides. But important for us first, remember I haven't done this before, is I need to add my library card number to the Libby system so I can actually check out books, find them, and then read them. It says over here we're going to concentrate on let's add a library card for Neoga Library System. So I'm going to click on the link that says enter library account details. I'm going to click and I'm going to add my library card number. As soon as I added in my number, I clicked the go or whatever was there, and it says okay, you're signed in. Here is your library card, and it just says that it's a linked card. It's nothing special. That's great. Apparently I have 2 ebooks out. I must have checked them out for something else, which is fine. And I have no holds out of 10. So I have as many as 10 loans that I can get, that's books on the card, and I can make up to 10 holds. And that is in very tiny print. It is the Neoga Library System logo. So that's the right card. That's fine. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to go here to next. It does ask me, it says, if you prefer to read with Kindle, we can open books directly in your Kindle device or Kindle app. Now, I do, but I already covered that in another video. So I'm definitely, for myself, I'm going to skip this one so we can go right to the Libby app here online. When I skip that, it brings me to a really nice looking graphic interface, and we have choices of the books that were just added, popular books, random books. It says 13K, so there's 13,000 books that are available now and 140 different subjects. Wow. I am just gonna go with something that's right on the screen. Now, actually, let me just scroll down a little just to show you. There are guides here for kids, teens, mystery and thriller. You can change your preferences. There's new generated lists, and these are audiobook titles. Libby is for listening, for audiobooks, or for ebooks. I have a tendency I enjoy actually reading the books on the screen, so I have a tendency to skip over audiobooks. I apologize for that, but I want to tell you they're right here. You can see them. They've got the little earbuds, and you can see that they're definitely audiobook editions. And I can scroll down. There's librarian lists, diverse reads for teens and kids. There's picture books, 50 different titles of picture books. Holy cow. And this just keeps going. These books are great. Oh my goodness. Try a new series and available now. So it just keeps going and going and going. All right. So not to be overwhelmed, I'm going to go all the way up back to the top of the screen. When I hit the top of the screen, this Heather Graham Snowfire, that title caught my eye. So I'm going to click on it. Let's see what it is. I have no idea. It says it's by Heather Graham, and it gives me a nice summary of the book, general content. All right, now this is important. I'm looking here. There's a couple of things, and because we are in the Libby app for the computer, we're online, I want to make sure that it is indeed a Libby book. I'm not going to read it as a Kindle for Amazon, nothing like that. I want it as a Libby book. So this is good. This is what I want. I already know. I'm looking at it. I would like to borrow it. So what I am looking for right here at the top, it says borrow, and I click it. You are borrowing Snowfire for 14 days. That's fine. There's no fine, there's no fees, there's nothing to return, and it is on my Neoga Library System card. It's the only card I have. Perfect. So I'm going to click borrow, and I get a confirmation. You have borrowed Snowfire for 14 days. And I get the option here now to open the book to read it, to keep browsing, or I can go to my shelf. That is, my shelf is if I have other books, say I wanted to borrow this one, but I was reading something else, I can go back to my shelf and reopen the book I was already reading before. I don't have that. So, and we don't have that. So we're going to go and I'm going to see if we can just open the book right now and how to actually enlarge the print. So I clicked open book, and again, it gives me two different choices. I'm going to stick with Libby, and that's this, Libby, this app. And it takes a second or two. I'm looking, whoops, down at the bottom, there was a little thing that was spinning. And I'm looking at the controls, so of course it gives me nice and big the actual cover of the book, and it gives me a page preview of 336 pages. Looks like I can go to different chapters here. And what if I'm looking at it and I'm like, what if I want to flip the page in the book? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my mouse on the cover and I'm going to click the cover. Ooh, okay, so as I click, it's sliding the pages over. Whoops. Okay, this was actually very good. That was an advertisement that I clicked on, and I think you can just see, or you might not be able to see. Let me pull this down a little bit here. You can actually see that it opened in that little ad opened in a new tab. I'm gonna close that tab, and I'm gonna resize, and I'm gonna see if I can get the book to just keep turning. Okay, so I'm just clicking. Now I've kept my mouse steady on, basically, if you're thinking, I keep doing this, if you're thinking about reading a book when you're actually flipping in real time, I'm just keeping my mouse where I would normally be turning the page. Here's the screen now. Here's what I would be reading. That's okay. I'd like the print to be a little bigger, and it's a little bright. Maybe I don't want a white background and black lettering. Maybe I want something slightly different. Maybe I don't really like the text. Let's look at these things. Here at the top are my book controls. These are the controls that I have for the typeface, for the size of the font, for the background colors, the spacing, all of that is right here. First thing I want to look at is actually the size of the font. So I'm going to click on this A. When I do that, the A here at the bottom of the screen says it's for appearance. Here's the text scale, that is how big or how little the text is. So if I slide this up, and I slid it up too, it actually did jump as slightly bigger on the screen. I also have a change in lighting, that is the background of the book. I can have a bright light, I can have sepia, which is kind of a yellowy tone, or a darker tone. So let me click on sepia and see what happens. And see, I can see it almost looks like kind of like it's been coffee stained or tea stained. Okay. And if I want dark, it actually has a black background with gray lettering. This is great actually if you have no ambient light, if you like to read and somebody else is, snoring next to you, you can read with no other ambient light and it's easier on your eyes. So again, that's the dark one. This is the sepia one, which is that coffee color, or bright is black and white. I'm gonna scroll down just a little bit, and it says apply a consistent text scale. That's fine. These are different styles of font that I might prefer. I just want to highlight this where it says Open Dyslexic. If you take a glance, now if I'm looking here where it says looking out the window, Justin could see the moonlight on the snow. If I click Open Dyslexic, okay, what this means is this book design uses the Open Dyslexic font to increase the readability of text for readers with dyslexia. So it is a special type of font that makes all of the letters look slightly different, and it's been tested over and over with people who have dyslexia, and they have said and reported that this type of font is the very easiest for them to read, that they can see all of the letters clearly. If I go to the Paperback Font, there's the change in font style. So under the A for appearance, I can change the text size, I can change the lighting, and I can change the style of font, including the Open Dyslexic style font that makes it easier for everybody to read. Once I've decided that I like this, well, I don't want to see just that much of the book, so I am going to hide the controls right there. I'm going to make sure that I keep clicking, and I'm going to read the book. Now, as I click, we've only seen one page on one side. What this is this is an open book 2-page format. I think this is one of the easier ways to read things, and I would encourage you to do so this way. You can change it to a single page, and you can see this is right in the middle of the screen. And let me just do this. Let me see how big the font really gets. And even with one page, and what I'm doing is I move my mouse to the left to flip backwards, and I move my mouse to the right to flip forward on the page. I can see that it's now one page at a time, and I can keep turning the pages so that I can read the book. Thank you. I hope this was helpful. This was cool. I've never done this before, so hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye now.